Welcome to Victory Achieved Gaming. This is Owen, also known as Immortalium.
And this is Kathlynn, and I guess Happy New Year, depending when you see this.
Yeah, well, this is the new recording session of the year.
This is also the beginning of January.
Yeah, so anyway, Kathlynn forgot to do her homework again.
I was watching K-dramas.
She was her, yeah, that's fair.
I need to finish A Good Day to Be a Dog.
Okay, so what I was going to say is we're about to go through this fog gate. There is, I mean, I think it was established last time that there is something on the other side.
Yeah,
of
I
this.
already know it's a boss fight, I think. I know.
So, because you forgot how to actually to look at the actual stuff, what I want you to do is...
Got scared.
Could you look away for a second? Could you, like, turn the... No, not you in life. You know. She just turned her head in real life. So, could you... Yeah, go over to the ladder. I want you to go down to the... Like, not to the bottom floor, but, like, down where all the ladders are, just so that you have a nice, wide area. And just mess about with the controls.
Did I kill everything here?
I believe you did, yes.
Did I?
Yes,
I did.
You could see that poor hollow, those poor hollows just slumped over. Because remember, when you exit the game,
Here, maybe?
they go back to... I would go out here. Just go out the door right here. And just kind of mess about with the controls and just kind of get...
Oh, this is where I killed the wizard.
Yes, it is. Although the wizard fell down and then you fought him down below.
Yeah, well, in this church. I killed the wizard.
In this church, yes. So, just while you're messing about, I was going to say, first off, I want to thank everyone who's watching this series, because we are doing really well in terms of viewership and subscribers and watch time and everything, all the metrics. Are you not messing about, like I said?
What? Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh, fuck! Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's how to use
X.
items.
Okay, that is holding my sword with one hand.
Two hands.
Two hands. That's rolling. Oh, yeah. That's a hard attack.
That's a heavy attack, yes.
This is a regular attack.
Mm-hmm.
This is guard.
Yep.
And
that's parry.
That's parry. Okay.
And do you remember how to switch back to your magic?
It was like... I just did the arrow there, but...
Yeah, so you're moving the spell slot at least, so that's something. You have to hit left, because we put our staff into...
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah,
and then it's just because... It's the same way you block with a shield. You just cast your magic.
Left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And magic is the...
Yeah, what would be block, yes.
Which is... That's block. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think you're ready to try at least?
Try.
Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to thank everyone who is watching and enjoying the series. The amount of viewership that we've gotten so far has been incredible.
And the shorts do really well.
They do, yeah. So I'm really, really happy with all that. And we've been getting some good advice from people. I'm actually going to take a segment in a while where I just like bring up a couple of interesting comments to Kathlynn.
I know this. I do see two people commenting quite often because I do read the comments.
Yeah. So you might have already like seen these.
I did.
I
did see them. Yeah, and I did see that one was like, oh, I couldn't watch the last video, and I have no idea. But I need a conversation with you about that. So.
Oh yeah. There was just some kind of technical issue there.
Just about that. I was like, oh, they must have had a conversation.
So now let's give this a shot, folks. Everyone knows what's behind this door, except Kathlynn, of course.
Oh, it's a boss fight.
It's a boss fight, yes, but in terms of what specifically it is.
Oh.
And also, you remember why we're up here, right?
To kill the dragon?
To ring the bell.
Okay. Is it gargoyles? Do I have to move to trigger it, or does he just come?
You have to proceed a little bit in for the fight to begin.
Oh my god.
As you can see, there's quite a few bloodstains around.
Oh, okay, it's giving me a cutscene at least. Okay.
Why does that reassure you?
Because last time the guy just walked.
Oh, you mean like the tourist demon?
Yeah.
He just hopped over, okay.
So, like, if you weren't looking, you wouldn't have seen it.
Okay.
Like, at least this time it's a cutscene, so it's like, oh, yeah. It's a gargoyle. I'm fighting a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess right then. Because I saw all the gargoyles on there.
Yeah, you did, yeah. Good eye.
Does anyone remember the gargoyle cartoon from the 90s?
Oh, people love that show.
I love that show. Those sexy gargoyles. They were so hot.
That's...
For a kid's cartoon. I'm sorry, they were so musty.
Whoa, okay. Slow down.
Okay, I'm fucked.
Okay, so you can lock on with the...
Oh, yeah.
With R3.
Okay, I'm really doing terrible. Welcome to my life.
Block. Okay.
Oh, I'm dead. Never mind.
Okay, so good start. Good start. You were distracted by the sexy gargoyles.
Well, he's not a sexy gargoyle.
Presumably, yes.
But he does have beautiful wings.
Well,
They're very, very beautiful.
thank God for that.
Oh, I have to climb that entire thing now.
Yes, although let's take an opportunity now to just reacquaint ourselves. So, you didn't try blocking once there.
No, I should have. This is block, block. That's parry, block, block out.
Yeah, well, you haven't really parried anything, but
Yeah.
you can't parry those gargoyles.
Yeah,
so
it's a boss, I guess that.
Yeah.
Which way was it again? It
So
was this
it's
way?
up this way.
And I
then
took this path.
that path.
Yeah.
Right here. You go up these steps. You go to the right.
Oh yeah, the monk that they called a fatty.
Yes,
How cruel.
Petrus, poor Petrus. Up these steps, and there should be an elevator to your right.
Oh yeah, but I have to make sure I pick the elevator and not the
The
empty.
drop. Yeah. Well, we've already done everything we want to do at the drop, so you'd just be wasting time otherwise.
At least Wizard Man isn't going to be there.
Yes, but all those hollows in that room are,
Yeah.
of which there's quite a few.
I feel like I hate the sound of chains. It sounds like it reminds me of the Grim Reaper in Persona when you hear the sound of chains is coming, especially in 3 when he like chases you around the place.
Oh god, yeah.
See,
Okay, slow down, slow down. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
It's the stairs.
It's up this way. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
Now there is a guy with a sword up here.
Oh yeah, and I ran down. How do I lock on again?
It's the right trigger. So yeah, I think you hit the right button there.
There
You
we
just
go.
needed to like face him. Now. Okay, so this is
I'm doing terribly already. See, welcome to my life. I completely forgot how to do this. I was doing so
okay.
well last time.
First off, your stamina management isn't great.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh boy.
It's been since like November.
Yeah. Well, that's part of why I was like.
Watch the videos. I still, I'm not going to learn from watching the videos, so I'd have to like actually play it.
Yeah, I just thought maybe glancing at it would have like sparked a couple of things. Okay, well, at least I guess once by getting back up, you can at least remember how the combat system works. So that's something at least. So okay, you know what? Tell you what then, while we're doing all this, I may as well bring up the comments now, I guess.
Oh yeah, might as well when Caitlin is being stupid and Owen's being frustrated.
No, I'm not frustrated. This is fine. I was just...
Oh, actually, when I'm doing this, I can talk about after you do the comments. I've already said I had like stories from my holiday.
Oh, yes, we were talking a little bit about it last time.
And I didn't tell you anything about it because I had some funny stories actually.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to discuss that in a while. But first off...
Yes, recovered by 0 mana.
Souls.
My souls. Why did I say mana?
So, when did we... How far were we... Oh my god, you got the parry!
Oh, did I?
You did, yes. Oh my god, that was the... Of course you didn't riposte it.
Oh, back.
So remember, your stamina comes back more slowly when you have your shield up.
Shit. Ah!
Great, okay. Well, it's fine.
It's okay.
I mean, I can't believe... You got the parry just there.
I don't know how I did that. I was just randomly pressing the button.
So the parry, basically, just to remind you, since you...
It means you like parry back, kind of.
Yeah, so you swung the shield and it like knocked their sword away. What happens is if you walk up to them
How
and
do I run again? I can't remember.
you hold B.
Oh, yeah. Just to get the elevator, so I'm not like...
Yeah. So, like, when that happens, if you walk up to them and you press R1, like, directly in front of them, you'll do, like, a big, massive attack on them.
Okay.
It probably would have been enough to kill that guy in one hit at that point, I think.
Darn.
Sorry.
Oh, I killed him.
We got some good ones here. So, first off, I want to point out... So, first off, I guess I'll give these names as well. From George Chris, 2601, from the 4th episode, he says, "This was so cute. It's priceless to see a fresh player starting up, especially seeing the journey of how they slowly start to get better and more confident at controlling their character."
Except for now!
Well, yeah, well, you've had a bit of a break. Okay, you might want to move away.
Yeah, I got trapped. That was my fault.
Just move out and then heal. No,
That's healed, it's fine.
I didn't mean to...
Quickly run over here. And...
Okay. Where was
Is there
this?
any
If they don't give up in frustration first, that is.
Uh,
Looking forward to the rest of this journey. Don't go hollow.
Ha ha ha. I
So,
won't be.
now here's a good one as well. This is one that I kind of focused on a bit. Oh, first off, heal.
Should I? Okay.
You have 6 flasks, like more to after this. So I
Yeah,
think
but there's
it's fine.
like someone up here, isn't there? Oh,
No,
there isn't.
it's
Oh.
just straight to the boss. So let me just read this one out before
Okay.
you take another crack at the gargoyle. So it's from 100 No Dog. She is so aggressive. A rare trait in new Souls players who hide behind their shields.
I think I'm just an aggressive person in secret.
Get her a greatsword. The extra range will help prevent trading hits, and the increased damage will naturally reward her playstyle. So my response to that was, yeah, that's probably how she plays games like Kingdom Hearts and Lollipop Chainsaw. I've been trying to convince her to experiment with weapons, but she's quite stubborn about sticking with the scimitar at the moment. Was part of why I wanted to get her the Zweihander early on, so we'll see if I can convince her to try out some weapons next recording.
I have tried greatswords in other games before.
Mm-hmm.
I just find my character very heavy, and my character doesn't move as fast, which is why I like the lighter swords more. I do like reapers, Joe, like the thinner swords that they do in fencing.
Oh yeah, rapiers. Yeah.
Rapiers, sorry, yeah, I do like them. Even though, but they are weaker than actual swords, but they're quite light, so you still move quite fast.
The guys below are using those, so I wonder can they drop them. Last thing, just before we head in to fight the boss. So 100 No Dog was suggesting also a curved greatsword. Now the problem with curved greatswords though is that there's only 3 of them in the game.
And they're hard to get.
Well, they're a bit out of the way, so they're not the easiest things to get hands on. But basically, they're like a slightly faster greatsword.
Okay. See, that's the thing. Greatswords I always like them. It's like, I know they're just, you always move slower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of what the trade-off is. We'll take a look at a couple of more comments.
See, that's why I like swords, because you have a beauty of the sword, but still moving faster. And then the rapier is the same, except you don't have as much damage
Yeah.
with it as the sword.
So let's take another crack at this again. So the other thing I was going to suggest...
Oh, he's just there now.
He is, yes. So the other thing I was going to point out, I don't know if you'll get the opportunity for this as you do this fight.
Oh my god. Shit. Rolling. I forgot to roll. I forgot I could roll for a second.
Yes, actually someone was talking about that in the comments as well, and that's something I'll move on to in a while.
I remember I rolled a lot in the last one, I think, the last playthrough.
Well, you did. How much of them was effective was the question.
Roll.
So actually, I'll give my thoughts later on. Actually, just because I have a suspicion, but
oh, maybe I should have used magic.
You can if you want. Yeah. If you're gonna use magic, move away from him first, though.
Oh, yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay. So what I was gonna bring up was.
Well, that's longer. In here.
So.
And I gotta actually walk the.
There was a bunch of influences on this game from a wide variety of sources. Like, for instance, people love to bring up the fact that a big influence on the style of this game is the manga Berserk.
Oh, yeah, Berserk. I have never read it, but I have a friend who loves it. She absolutely loves it.
But, so that's a big influence on, this game. But there was also a bunch of video game influences, as you might imagine. And one of them was Monster Hunter.
Oh,
Now,
was this? I thought Monster Hunter came out after this. Oh,
you're
that's
thinking of the recent Monster Hunters.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The very first Monster Hunter came out for PS2.
Oh, okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. And one thing they had in this game that they don't have in the other games, you see. Like, so, like when you're taking influences from things.
Oh, I forgot. I have my magic out.
You do. Now, when he's holding his sword like that, that means he's trying to parry you.
So I'm just gonna guard.
Yeah, wait until he moves out of it, and then...
Oh, I meant to try... Oh, I was trying to run, but I got stuck in the corner.
Okay, you've got some space. So, if you're gonna go somewhere... Okay, move away.
Okay. Oh, okay. No, I was going to try to kill them.
And I was saying, oh yeah, so when you're taking influences and stuff, sometimes you take a bunch of stuff, and then later on you're like, nah, I don't need this bit, you know?
Yeah.
So one thing that's in this game that isn't in the other games is that some bosses you can actually cut off their tail.
Oh!
So,
Interesting.
Which is like damaging body parts, particularly the tail, is a big thing in Monster Hunter. And in this game, there's a bunch of bosses that if you cut off their tail, you get a special item.
Oh, you get their tail.
And also, well, yes, a variation of their tail. And also it means that their tail-based attacks are much weaker, obviously.
Well, I'm assuming they'd have no tail-based attacks if you
Well, I'm
cut off
talking
their...
like they try swinging their tail and they just swing the stump, you know, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
So, basically with the gargoyle, you can do that. You can cut off its tail and you get something for it. Oh, so, okay, where are you?
I'm here somewhere.
So this is a bad spot to be
Yeah, I
in.
meant to run downstairs, maybe. Next time I'll run... I think that's where I cleared them the last time I went downstairs right away.
Yeah, that is a way that a lot of people do it. They kind of just start at the door and work their way backwards.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
I'll head back to the comments now, just because there's still a couple of interesting ones that I want to bring up. Oh, first off, I do like, in episode 5, George Chris was like, this is going to be a long journey.
It is, because I... See, I think it's going to be long, because also, if remember, I only come down maybe once a month and a half.
Yeah, there is a factor of that, alright, of like...
If I was playing this at home, I'd be playing it more frequent. And I probably would be better at it.
Yeah, because she'd be getting more practice, yeah. So take that into account, folks. Be
Yeah,
gentle with
so,
her.
because we don't live... Like, I have to get a train to come down here, like a 20-minute train, put it that way.
I'm not 100% about this, but it's not
Did you
bad
follow
advice.
me?
So, I want to bring up from 100 No Dog. And actually, this I want to briefly like touch on as well for other reasons. But he's saying a good estimate for iframes is to tell her as long as your feet are off the ground, you should be invincible. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that because I always do it by feel, you see. I do a bunch of rolling, I get a feel for like when I'm invulnerable and when I'm not. Now, maybe it is true in terms of maybe it is while you're off the ground, you're invulnerable. That would make sense to me. But I also wanted to bring up the fact that you have technically played games with dodge mechanics like that before. Recently, I just played through Burp by Sleep, and I mean, Ventus literally has a dodge roll.
He does. He does. But it can't beat Mama Aqua on her
Cartwheel, yeah,
her cartwheel invincibility, which I'm sorry not telling you that it was a cartwheel invincibility, but it is.
It's fine. It was a pleasant surprise.
So yeah, it was much. It's a nicer surprise when you find out Mama Aqua's cartwheel is invincible as hell.
Yeah, she's literally, it's the best dodging ability in the game.
And it's just so much fun.
Just to like see her cartwheel. Yeah, you're going at it from one angle of the aesthetic. I'm going at it from a gameplay perspective.
It's just so much fun.
Literally, as long as you keep cartwheeling, you can't be hit.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the best thing ever. And sometimes I remember just like randomly just cartwheeling around the place.
Yes.
I didn't walk as Aqua. I just cartwheeled as her constantly, like la 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 la.
That's fair. That's fair. So, but I'm curious. Like, if you just do try to face the corner so you're not at a ledge, and just do a roll in a corner.
Like that?
Yeah, but obviously. So I guess when he says off the ground, I guess maybe like around that middle bit.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. As again, I always kind of play it by feel myself rather than like visually.
Yeah, true. Will I go through or do you want to keep going with comments?
Nah, let's do this now.
Okay.
We gotta take a crack at it and see how we do.
And here is the gargoyle.
Good dodge. Now, when you have all of your stamina and you're not doing anything, just keep the shield up. Just in case.
Oh, that took like half my stamina.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, but it came back right away.
Yeah. So... Okay, good.
Can I cut off his tail, I wonder?
Yes, you can. Yes, that's why I told you
Interesting.
the mechanic, because you can cut off the gargoyle's tail. Good.
I'm just playing it safe now.
That
I do like the fact, I actually do think there's more space on the roof than there was on the bridge.
Yes, there is. In terms of width, yes. Although it is easier to fall off this roof.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am 100% certain of that. I've seen people fall off this roof far more often than on the bridge with the Taurus demon.
Okay, because I'm not really getting anywhere near falling off this roof.
Okay, that's fair.
I know everyone's probably like, why is she circling him? It's because then I can do this. Ah, darn it.
You want to look cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was commendable try there. Good. You just barely got that in, but you did get it in, so that's good. That's really good.
Oh, I got the hit. Oh, he's like, okay, his life isn't as high as I thought it was gonna be.
When you say as high, what, his
Like
health?
stamina.
Oh, okay.
Because I actually took a glance at the bar there.
Now that's got quite a thin attack, so it is easy enough to dodge out of that way.
Oh, where'd the fire come from?
Yeah.
When did he appear?
So did you see there was a second health bar that popped up during the fight?
No, I actually didn't. How come they're both at the same level though? Are they like...
Yeah, so the other one comes in at half health. So,
Oh, okay.
so it's not like you have to bring them down all the way down to the bottom. But yeah, you have to fight 2 gargoyles there.
Oh,
One comes in halfway through.
fuck this.
I wanted to get I want to see your reaction. I don't know if you noticed, I got very quiet when you started getting around like the halfway mark.
No, I didn't notice. I did wonder why I was hitting. I didn't think I was like when I was getting. I think I was getting the hang of it.
Mm.
But like, so obviously when he gets half health, the other guy comes back out then.
Yes, and notice that he was able to breathe fire.
Yeah, I thought the dragon appeared. I was like, did that fuck? Is
Dragon just showed up.
Is it because I didn't kill the dragon? Is this my punishment for not killing that dragon?
Oh, there are actually a couple of examples of that in Dark Souls where, yeah, you do get punished in boss fights for not having killed certain things. But not in this case, no. Well, anyway, I've gone through most of the main comments that I wanted to go through. Again, thank you very much for the support, people, and all the info there. It's greatly appreciated.
Yes.
I hadn't thought of the curved great swords myself, but that's mainly probably because of the fact that curved great swords are quite rare in this game.
I think this guy is like stuck at the stairs.
A little bit, yeah. They're not the brightest of people.
I think they're just zombies.
They're hollows.
Okay. Yeah, but they kind of look like zombies.
So hollows are a bit different. I can't remember how much we've had explained to us of what a hollow is.
Okay, there we go.
But I guess it's not too big of a deal. So actually I can explain their lore a bit, I think, while we're doing this. So basically hollows are people that have gone mad.
Oh, yeah, but oh, I get it. So they kind of haven't eaten, I'm guessing, from madness.
So basically in this world there's a lot of people... hang on, if you open up your inventory...
Oh, which button was that again?
So start...
But I don't know if first I check up here in case there is a hollow.
Probably. I think he would have probably come along, but sure, you can do a cursory check.
I just want to show the one in here left. He did. Okay, I'll just climb the stairs and go to the gate, and then I'll do the inventory.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So basically, hollows are people who have gone mad from the effort,
So they're not eating.
from constantly dying. So if you go up here, then
Just to make sure I'm fully health for the boss.
okay.
And what button was it again?
So start, browse and use items, and I think it should be down here. If you
Oh,
hang on, so if you go back to the consumable page and go down, where is it now? Keep going down, and there it is, dark sign.
oh.
So toggle the display.
Which is why.
X.
Oh.
The dark sign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. So basically, these people kept dying over and over and over again.
Oh, does that mean if I die too much in the game, I go hollow?
No, thankfully it doesn't, because in this case, you're the person. It's not your character, it's you that can potentially go hollow.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is if people get really frustrated by dying over and over again, some people say you're going hollow.
Ah. Oh, now I get the joke now.
Yeah. So basically, these people kept trying over and over again, and eventually they just went mad because they kept dying and they couldn't do anything. So basically, yeah, so the hollowing process is a metaphor for the player potentially, but also it's a thing.
Are they
in this-
both here now?
No.
Oh, okay.
So it's halfway through the fight, like when you've got his health down about halfway. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to say, although I don't know if you'll be able to act on this. Some people, what they do is they do a damage burst on this guy and kill him before the other guy gets a chance to land, so that they only have to deal with one gargoyle at a time. But I don't know if you're able to, like, kill him that
Probably
quickly.
not, no. There wasn't that much souls there. I'm not even going to bother grabbing them.
Sure, that's fair. You've got to be the one to set your priorities. Now, we can also check a couple of things after this, but first let's focus away on this. Good roll.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll be your cheerleader while this fight is going on.
Yay! Are you going to wear the Juliet Lollipop Chainsaw costume?
That would be horrifying.
It would be so horrifying.
Like, not just for me, but I think anyone who saw me.
It would be horrifying for me too. No offense.
So
I'd be so confused.
just to say to people, I'm quite.
Okay, I have to watch the health bar for when that guy appears. Okay, here he is.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and he's behind me, isn't he?
No, he's the other way. He comes from the church. Now, move away when the fire comes.
Oh my god, I think I did that way too close. Okay, I'm dead.
Now, look how close you were to falling off the edge.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
Do you see now why I was saying a lot of people...
That was more like, oh, look at them strutting away.
I do love their little shuffle.
They were like, we killed a bit, let's go. But like...
Okay, can I check your equipment first?
Oh, here, do you want to do it?
Oh, you want me to do it?
'cause
Okay.
if you just do it, because you'd be faster.
Okay, so we've upgraded your scimitar.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember how much we need in order to get to +5, potentially. Your shield, your knight shield. So, stability is what determines... Do you remember when he hit you and you blocked and you were like, oh, he did half of my stamina?
Yeah.
So that's what stability deals with.
Oh, okay.
So basically, the way to look at it is with this shield, there's a stability of 56, which means... So basically, it takes the damage that would have been done to you, and then removes a percentage of it based on your stability. Like, so this is 56%. So basically, it would take the damage that would be done to you, reduces it to 44% of the damage, and then applies that to your stamina bar.
Okay.
So that's how it works. So if you have high stability, it does less damage to your stamina.
Okay.
Now, if I'm correct, I think it's still the highest stability that we have. And in terms of that, now we could try putting something on her head, but then does it push over... Hang on, where's the... So let me just quickly do calculations. So, hey, we should be perfectly fine to put this on, I think. And we got a little bit more defense now, I think. So... Okay, that's not going to make a big difference because it's not even that powerful of a piece of armor that we put on, but it's something. It might make a difference. Might being the operative word. Now, if we get too stuck on this gargoyle, there are a few other places we can go.
That's fair.
So
yeah, we'll
take a few more cracks at it, but if we get stuck, we can go elsewhere, we can get a bit stronger, get some new stuff.
It's not like Ori where you have to like go this way.
So, there are bits in this game that, like, okay, so this is the thing.
Ah, look at her ugly face.
Oh, poor girl. So
she just needs some foundation and, like, concealer to hide that, and she'll trick all the men.
And then she'll look perfectly normal. So, we'll take a couple of more cracks at this gargoyle, and if we are struggling against this gargoyle, then we're gonna go off and do a couple of other things. I can think of a few interesting places we can head off to. So, oh yeah, I remember now what I was gonna talk about. So... This game, so there certainly at the beginning of it, there's a lot of like open areas to potentially go to. Now it's not open world per se. Also, I'll probably be a little quiet for this bit just to give Caitlin some an opportunity. I'll go into cheerleader mode again. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ah, shit.
Or maybe I should say advisor mode, because I'll need to
Maybe.
point out.
Yeah, I'm doing worse this round.
You just stay calm.
Yeah.
Collect yourself. Get back into the groove. What happens in a lot of these games is if you get out of the groove, you're pretty much done. So if you get back into the groove,
Okay, at least the flask came in.
yeah. So, okay, I'll actually talk to you about it afterwards, actually.
Oh, that was my first time getting close to the edge. Oh, there he is.
So watch out for the fire when he comes over.
Oh, I'm dead anyway.
Okay. How are you feeling at this point?
Oh, I feel fine.
So-
I know I can do it. Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if I was able to beat the Taurus, I can do this. I was
Okay.
able to beat the Wizard. I know I can do it. It's not unbeatable. Other people
Yes.
have done this.
Yes.
And that's why
I've killed them many times myself.
yeah, so it's just I am aggressive, I will admit that.
And being aggressive can work in this game. But you kind of need a build that lends itself to it.
yeah.
So there's a couple of other bits of advice I can give you if you're going to take another crack at them.
Yeah, sure. We'll
So
keep going.
first off, are you observing their movements at all?
I do know, like, so he does. When he swings his axe, he sometimes swings it twice most of the time. He does that kind of thing, but it doesn't have that much reach. The one where he like flies down and hits, I noticed the reach of that isn't.
Yes.
Um,
It's also very thin, you see.
It's very thin as well. Yeah.
So you're quite easily able to like roll to the side and miss and dodge it.
I think I did do that at one point.
So like a big part of these games is like observing their movements and figuring out like when they're going to do certain attacks. Now this is a little advanced, so I don't know if you'll be able to implement it at all. It might be too much, but one thing you can do is if you want to maximize the damage you're doing, when you're not blocking, you can put away your shield and two-hand your scimitar, and then switch back.
True.
So I don't know how comfortable you'd be with that, because it means for brief periods you won't have your shield,
Yeah, I'll see.
but you would be doing more damage. So I just want to put that out there as an option. So yeah, that's one thing.
Oh, I didn't see him come down the stairs.
I think they might have
Fallen.
yeah.
Oh my god, when did they do? Oh my god, they all fell.
Okay. That's
This was unfortunate for me. I did not know.
roll.
Normally they all come down the stairs. I think this is the
That
first
was
time.
unfortunate,
I
yes.
think this is the first time they actually fallen.
I think actually maybe earlier there might have been one or two that fell down, but not that much. That was a lot of them. I don't know. I don't see that often. I wonder why they did that.
They're getting smarter. When I'm doing all this, will I start sharing stories from my holidays of December?
If you're able to play and talk, then
Since
sure.
this isn't the boss fight, I say so.
Okay.
I'm aware.
If you want to start sharing those stories, then yep,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Because I did say anything to you. So basically, me and my boyfriend and like 3 friends went to Amsterdam for the beginning of December. Actually, I think we flew there on like the 2nd or 3rd, and we stayed until like it was like a Tuesday, and we flew back on like a Sunday. And everyone in the hostel was really nice. It was like a cube hostel, which was very interesting. So it's kind of like it's shared bathroom on the floor, and it's just like a bed and like a little place for you to like store your stuff.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't stay there if I was going to have a lot of stuff, because it was cramped and you couldn't stay in your room really during the day.
It was a hostel.
Like it wasn't and hostels had to have more room. It's the cube hostel.
Oh, okay. It's a specific.
It's like
type
it's
of...
like so it's like a kind of like you just get like a bed on top of a thing. I can show you a picture of what it looks like later, because my family were very curious. They're like, "What do you mean?" So I just show them what it looked like.
Now, before we go on with that, there again, at one point he broke your
Guard, I know, yeah.
Yeah. So just it does take a while of habit, but like keep an eye on the stamina bar on occasion.
Yeah, but but the staff was absolutely lovely and was very central. So I would say all that about it.
That's really good.
But like, so we had a really good time. So we booked a few things and stuff like that. But so I'll tell you the kind of funny stuff that happened. So I was the person that did the booking because no one wanted to do anything except for me.
Just before you tell us about the booking, make sure to glance behind you just to see if any of them are like coming from behind you. Now that we know that they sometimes do that.
Yeah, I'm looking. So no one wanted to do the bookings. Originally, it was supposed to be like me and one girl were supposed to like split it, but it ended up me booking everything, and she booked one thing. But like, so I ended up booking like all the activities practically. No, there's nothing there. And so we booked a lot of activities. She booked one thing she wanted to do, which was like the smoke boat, where where you could do weed and drink on it. Me and my boyfriend just drank on it because my boyfriend didn't want to do the other stuff, so I didn't do it with him.
Okay, that's fair.
But the rest did, and there was other people on the boat who did, and that obviously you were allowed to. So that was the one thing she booked because it was her birthday, and that was like the main thing she wanted to do on her
Fair
birthday.
enough.
I think that's all of them.
Also, you can get rid of the broken straight sword now. So.
Well, oh, yeah.
You didn't even notice?
No, I didn't even notice.
Wow. Okay. So that's a risk there because that's what's called tunnel visioning, where you're only really looking at one spot of the screen. You're missing like lots of
other things. But so I did a lot of bookings. So we like did the Nemo Museum. Me and my boyfriend did the Anne Frank Museum because that was the only thing that no one else wanted to do, and it was something he really wanted to do. Recommended it. It was actually really good, but you do have to book it, like a book out. We had to book it like nearly 2 months. You have to book it when the dates come up for when you want to travel.
Oh yeah.
Like the minute they are, because they sell out so fast. There was actually people there that wanted to go in, and they were like, "Oh, do you have a ticket?" And they were like, "No, it's online only." But they were like, "It's sold out though." But like, I'll just finish this quickly. So basically, one of the things I booked was the Torture Museum because one of the girls wanted to go. So in Get Your Guide, I did actually search Amsterdam only. So it should have only shown me Amsterdam stuff.
Okay, but
No, it gets okay. So, and in fairness, my friend did say she looked at it later, and it wasn't when she searched Amsterdam. It did appear when she searched Amsterdam Torture Museum. So I didn't notice until like the day before when it was too late to get a refund because you have to do 24-hour notice. It was like the night before, so it wasn't 24 hours yet. Yeah, and like so yeah, I'd have to do it like early in the morning. So I booked a torture museum not in Amsterdam but in LA.
Wow. How did the
It was in the Amsterdam. It gets worse. It did say LA Torture Museum in front of the title, but my dumb ass thought it was saying La Torture Museum, as in like with the French go La. And then I remember when I said that, my boyfriend and my friend's boyfriend, they both just turned and looked at each other, and then turned at me and they looked at each other again, and then burst out laughing at each other. It was like very well done, and they were like, "Caitlin, La is French," and I was like, "I don't know. I just assumed we're in Amsterdam. We're in Europe. Maybe there's other French people living here. I don't know."
Wow.
And in fairness, then Clover,
I was about to bring up the language thing as well.
yeah,
myself.
Clover then went. In fairness, she would have probably said the same thing, that she would have just assumed they said La as well, if it was her booking. So
Wow.
So we did not go to the Torture Museum because I accidentally booked one on LA. But if anyone wants 5 tickets to the LA Torture Museum, I'm allowed to use them until December of this year. So if anyone's in LA and actually wants to go, I will happily give you the QR codes for them because
Wow, a giveaway.
because I can't use them, and my friend says they won't spend thousands to go to LA just to use Torture Museum tickets.
Okay, wow. Well, you've heard it, folks. If you want to
Go to
do
the
that, I don't know how you're going to contact us. I guess just leave it in the
contact and
comments.
leave a comment saying, "Oh, I'll take those," and I'll be like, "Yeah, whatever, here you go." I'll give Owen the QR codes. It's like 5 tickets, I think.
Okay. Well,
But,
that's
like,
fair. That's fair.
But yeah, and then there's there's more. So Google Maps is terrible there. We got lost on it. Kept
Hang on.
changing.
If there's more, if you
Yeah.
don't mind, should we?
We'll
take
go
a
in and
crack?
I'll tell you the rest. There is
Later
more.
on, yeah.
That's one funny story. So that's the funny story that has to do with me. And I was mocked about it constantly. The rest.
Hopefully in a jovial, like.
Oh
friendly
yeah. Like, oh no, my boyfriend was like, "I love you, but Caitlin, how?" I was like, "Does it surprise you?" And he was like, No, it doesn't. He said it is something that I would very much do, and it is. Like everyone was saying, it was very much on brand for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're even like, in fairness, yes, they're correct.
Well, I was a bit
In
more...
fairness, it was, the girls did look at it later and they did say, in fairness, when they searched Amsterdam Torture Museum, it did come up.
Why?
Yeah, like, that's the thing none of us understood. We were like, why is that coming up?
Huh. That bit I don't quite get.
Yeah, that's what we
I was
didn't
thinking
get.
more about the language myself, though. The fact that they don't speak French.
Yeah, but I just assumed that maybe there was a lot of French people. Like, there's a lot of French people living in Canada.
Well, yeah, but those are actually native French speakers.
Oh, there he is. There's Fire Breather.
Yeah, so just...
Ah, shit. Ah, I didn't heal in time.
Yeah, I would have probably put a bit more distance between you and them.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we've been on these gargoyles for a while.
I don't mind trying one more time.
Okay. I'm just
Yeah,
keeping an eye on the time, you see.
Yeah, we'll do it one more time. So
go on.
Well, basically, I guess we'll go on with this. So.
Before that though, when you brought up Hostel a while back, I didn't really comment on anything.
It's not. It was very nice room. It did
And
look
then
like
you
a
bring
hostel.
up Torture Museum.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so...
You thought I was going to say they were doing a hostel. No, they weren't.
Well,
Like,
no.
staff
I
only.
didn't think that at all. I was just... I don't know if you remember this because you said you were drunk when you watched it, but there's a bit in that movie where they end up in a torture museum.
Oh, it's been a couple of years. Maybe I remember it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you were drunk as well, you said,
I was
so...
very drunk when I watched that movie.
But there's a bit where when they're looking for their friend, they end up going through a torture museum.
Oh, okay.
So, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about also the fact that that movie has torture in it. Some people find it torturous to watch for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Some people really hate that movie. Some people really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it myself. I like the sequel more.
What is he doing?
I will say.
Okay, fair. Is he stuck?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Try to get him to
Oh,
come
that
down.
was really cool, actually. He went off, I think, but then he hopped up the stairs. That was really awesome. So just to remind you that when you have your shield up, your stamina comes back slower. How did he not parry you
I
there?
think I moved as well.
Because I think he was in like a parry position and you hit
He
him.
was. I think maybe it was just he was getting into it, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And I hit him just before it like properly formed. But will I go on to the other stories or?
If you have a quick one, sure.
Okay. So yeah, so this is kind of. So there's so basically Clover's boyfriend. I won't give his name. People have heard me talk about Clover before. She's saying her name.
She's nice.
But you've met her boyfriend too.
Yes, I remember talking to him.
Yeah. So the buses you have to tap on and top up. You can use like your bank card. But for some reason, when we got the bus to somewhere and then we had to get it back, and it just wouldn't. His card just wasn't tapping off for some reason. Like there was money on it, obviously. It was just he just wasn't for some reason reading it. It was really weird.
Some kind of technical issue.
Yeah, and the door closed for a second, and we were all standing outside the bus because it was on the way back to the hostel, and we're all standing outside the bus, and we're all and he looked for a second, and then the doors opened for a quick second. He's like, oh, thank God, okay, they reopened. It's not closing. And then he tried again, and it didn't work again, and then the doors closed, and the bus just drove off, and they go so fast. The buses in Amsterdam just go so fast. It went so fast, and he was stuck on the bus. And it went about maybe 30-minute walk away to the next stop. And his face was just pure horror. He was stuck on the bus.
Poor fella.
But you know what the funny thing is then?
Go on.
We were supposed to be a 5-minute walk away from the hostel, but we got off at a place we never really saw before.
Oh boy.
And Google Maps, we didn't know at the time. My friend explained to me later that's to do with all the canals, and there's different streets for walking, biking, the ones that are just for biking and walking. Ones that are just for
biking's
walking.
a huge thing though.
Oh yeah. And even ones that are just for cars and bikes, ones that are just for walking, ones that are just for bikes, ones that are just for walking and bikes, ones that are just for walking and cars. Like, do you know what I mean? There's like so many rules. So Google Maps apparently kept changing. We didn't realize, but Google Maps kept changing the route we were supposed to take. So we were actually going around circles. So my Clover's boyfriend got back to the hostel before us and had to come find us.
Wow.
We had to send him a pin and be like, come find us.
This is where we are. Help.
And he said, stand. And in fairness, Clover even said it that after a while, before I was doing it and the lads were it's taking too long. So I said, Clover looked and went, we're 5 minutes away. So I said, you know what? I'm doing something wrong. So I handed my phone to my boyfriend. And Clover even looked and went, okay, we're 5 minutes away. And then after about another 10, 15 minutes of walking, we looked again and it said we were 20 minutes away. And Clover went, okay, there's something wrong here. How did he die here?
He might have fallen off the edge.
Oh.
It happens sometimes. What happens is if you run past those hollows and just stand there, the hollows start climbing up. Some people panic and they might fall off.
Oh, I didn't realize they climb. I assumed they couldn't. I assumed they didn't climb.
They can climb, yes. They need to be determined to climb, but they can climb. It's like how a dog can look up, but they need to be determined to look up. Dogs rarely look up, you see. Because why would they, most of the time?
Charlie looked up at us sometimes. My dog, my deceased dog.
Mm-hmm. But that's looking up at... Oh, yeah. So, in the past with my dogs, we would throw the ball up in the air, and they eventually learned to actually look up.
Oh my god, I cut off his tail!
You did, yes. So that's good for multiple reasons.
Oh, shit. Oh, now they're both breathing fire?
They are, yes. So, hang on, I'll be quiet for this bit.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh! What's going on? Why can't I get rid of this gargoyle tail axe, it says?
Because you keep, rolling and dodging and doing stuff other than standing still.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have the axe anymore, obviously.
The axe?
The gargoyle tail axe.
No, you still have it.
Oh, nice! So I don't have to...
Yeah, I was about to say, let's take a look at his description.
Okay, cool. That's kind of fun.